It's toilet time with me, Sarah. Bear with me, I am a little sick, and no, I'm not recording in my bathroom. Um, Recently I've been watching a lot of Arrow, which is the CW adaptation of the Green Arrow. And one thing I think is really great about the show, and I will admit I started watching it because the advertising was pretty interesting because there was just a shirtless dude covered in scars and tattoos, and it just said Arrow. And so I was like, okay, I guess I could watch this. The guy's hot. Um, but then I stayed because just so many other reasons. But one really major reason I believe this show is really great is it shows what we can, or why the show is great and why specifically Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, the character is so great is because he shows what someone can do out of a horrible circumstance. Now, quick sum up for those of you who don't know about the show, basically Oliver is shipwrecked in his 20s on a desert on an island, not a desert island, on an island for 5 years where he is tortured. He learns a bunch of crazy skills. He, learns agility. He obviously basically learns parkour and learns archery. He becomes an expert archer. And it's great. And then he's rescued and he comes back to his city where he starts trying to rid the city of the evil and the corruption that has plagued it for years. And that's something I think is really great about the show. Pardon me. Um, while I don't think the fighting and the death is good, I believe it definitely shows um, how someone can take an awful circumstance and do something extraordinary with it. And I think that's something that people can translate into their own lives. Um, Now, Oliver takes his skills that he could very well utilize all of that anger, that hatred. He loses his father. His father shoots himself to save Oliver's life. So he's ridden with guilt with that. And then at the end of the first season, spoilers, um, his best friend dies. And it's his fault. Kind of his fault. Um, so that grief and that loss, Oliver could have lost his mind and completely just destroyed everyone around him. He could become a super villain. He could be hell bent on just revenge and not bettering people, which is kind of what his one of his enemies does, which is Slade Wilson. Um, I'll get into that later. But Oliver basically shows that you can take the grief you do and pay respect to the person or the circumstance that, is causing you that pain and kind of make it a positive. And I think that's something more people need to do. Because, I mean, that's just how life is. Life's going to suck sometimes, but you can always make it better by helping other people. Um, the other character that really is kind of the opposite of Oliver is Slade Wilson, and he's just been a major enemy on the show, like the last couple of episodes. That's why he's kind of on my brain. And Slade is, pretty heartbroken because the love of his life is killed. And instead of paying respect to her, and she was a beautiful character, and she was very wonderful and nurturing, and she, you know, she was a very positive character, and from what I remember watching of her personality. And Slade basically, instead of paying respect to that, he tries to numb his pain by seeking revenge. And I'm hoping that the show is gonna show that revenge is not the best method. Because basically his character is just miserable. And his character is making everybody else miserable. And the audience reaction when you see him is, oh shit. Not like, yay, our hero's here. It's like, fuck, this guy's gonna fuck shit up. Um, I think those kind of reactions show a lot about just our own natural abilities. Um, so basically, I'm kind of rambling, but to sum up, I really think more people need to take their circumstances that are given to them and do kind of what Oliver Queen does which is do something positive with it. And I'm not saying go and like become a vigilante, become a superhero by any means, but like, you know, if you're going through pain, if you've gone through hell or you've gone through some sort of pain, and then you see someone going through the same thing, help them. I don't think it's that hard to relate to another person on that level and just be like, I understand what you've gone through. Here's a leg up. You know, we're all kind of in this world together, and I I think more people need to remember that and stop kind of hurting each other and start loving more. Yeah, this was a little sappier video. Um, I'm kind of in a sappy place in my life. Not something I'm really going to delve into, but yeah. If you have any comments on anything I said about Green Arrow, DC Comics, anything, if I was really wrong about something, like, comment. Well, you don't have to like it if I was wrong, but comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is just jokes. It's not just like sappy stuff. Um, yeah, hopefully I'll be recording soon. I'm not going to be doing every week though for a while, just until I graduate. But yeah, have a good one.